Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar is undoubtedly one of the most competitive rivalries in professional wrestling history. You always hear about David versus Goliath, the underdog versus the favorite. But what happens when two freakish, otherworldly athletes go one-on-one to find out who's the better man? What happens when two alphas collide? Well, that's what we got when the Olympic gold medalist went head-to-head against the next big thing. The rivalry between Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar is one of WWE's most memorable feuds. It features a mix of athleticism, personal competition, and dramatic storytelling both on and off screen. Let's take a look at how everything unfolded. Brock Lesnar made his WWE debut in 2002. His wrestling prowess, startling power, and shocking athleticism made him a big deal in the locker room. However, another wrestler shared attributes similar to Lesnar's, and his name was Kurt Angle. Angle was already a multi-time WWE champion by the time Lesnar debuted. The Olympic gold medalist had established himself as one of the best wrestlers in the world, but Lesnar's arrival posed a threat to his spot at the top of the card. Comparisons between Lesnar and Angle were often drawn due to their amateur backgrounds and impactful wrestling styles. The two men are by far the most legitimate wrestlers in WWE history. Kurt Angle is the only Olympic gold medalist to compete in the company. Not only that, but he won that medal with a broken freaking neck. Brock Lesnar's wrestling pedigree and achievements fall one rung below. He has an NCAA Division I championship and the UFC Heavyweight Championship. Angle and Lesnar brought all this and more to the industry, something that had not been seen before and certainly has not been seen since. Lesnar's enduring drawing power is a testament to this. The two simply are in a class of their own when it comes to pure wrestling and really put the sports into sports entertainment. Both experienced rapid rises in the professional sphere after transitioning from amateurs. And the first point of rivalry and contention between the two is the question of who had the better debut or rookie year in WWE. It did not seem possible that any wrestler could top Angle's debut year in the company, but Brock Lesnar flew up the roster in even more stunning fashion. After graduating from the OVW class of 2002, Lesnar made his main roster debut on the Raw after WrestleMania 18, destroying Spike Dudley, Al Snow, and Maven mid-hardcore title match on the directives of Paul Heyman, the birth of an all-time duo. Lesnar was billed as the next big thing and lived up to the hype. With a rocket strapped to his back, he ran through the roster in record-quick fashion, becoming a main event talent in a matter of weeks. His look and legitimacy made this instantly believable. Like Angle, King of the Ring glory came in June 2002, earning Lesnar a WWE title match at SummerSlam. Before this showdown, Hulk Hogan was defeated cleanly and by submission, a feat achieved by few, let alone a newcomer. In a dream match titled Rock vs. Brock, Lesnar defeated the Great One to become WWE champion just 126 days into his main roster run. At just 25, Lesnar was the youngest man to lift the title.
In just 5 short months, this monster's on top of the world!
It was clear the two were destined for greatness from the offset. It was also clear that the two would one day meet. With both men now main event talents on SmackDown, it was only a matter of time. The involvement of Team Angle in the feud between Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar also played a significant role in intensifying their rivalry. Team Angle, consisting of Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, was formed in late 2002 as Kurt Angle's protégés. Fun fact, Shelton Benjamin was a college roommate of Lesnar at the University of Minnesota. Their allegiance to Angle provided him with backup and allowed for strategic advantages in his rivalry with Brock Lesnar. Grappling contest. Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle had a brilliant on-screen rivalry, but the first time they fought has quite a wild story behind it. That fight came way before WrestleMania 19. A competitive rivalry and friendship quickly formed between the two men, which seemed natural given their backgrounds. Angle has said that he had heard Lesnar says he was too small and would kill him if they ever wrestled for real before meeting him, leading to a shoot match between the two backstage. Behind the scenes, both Lesnar and Angle were known for their legitimate wrestling backgrounds. This led to a famous impromptu off-camera grappling contest between the two. According to various accounts, the contest was intense but friendly, with both men earning each other's respect. Angle is often quoted as having held his own against the younger and larger Lesnar, highlighting his incredible skill and toughness. The backstage grappling contest between Angle and Lesnar is one of the most talked about events in wrestling. Kurt Angle himself has shared various details about this contest. According to him, the match took place before a WWE event in 2002, spurred on by comments from the Brooklyn Brawler, who encouraged Lesnar to challenge Angle. Confident in his abilities, Lesnar accepted the challenge, leading to a 15-minute match. Angle described it as tight, but ultimately declared that he won, attributing his victory to superior technique and experience. According to Angle on the Joe Rogan Experience, "I beat him. I took him down twice. He didn't take me down at all. It wasn't like a dominating performance." Angle mentioned that while he did not dominate Lesnar, he managed to take him down without being taken down himself. This was particularly significant given Lesnar's size and strength advantage. Angle highlighted the key difference between a national champion and an Olympic gold medalist, emphasizing his experience and positional awareness as crucial factors in his win. WWE personalities have also commented on the match. They viewed the contest as a demonstration of mutual respect and competitive spirit. The backstage environment was exciting as peers eagerly watched two of the best amateur wrestlers go head-to-head. This contest solidified Angle's reputation as one of the toughest and most technically proficient wrestlers in WWE, even against a powerhouse like Lesnar. While wrestling outcomes are predetermined, the competitor's desire to be the best in the industry is 100% genuine. It is shocking to know that the 225-pound Angle was able to take down the 310-pound Lesnar. Paul Heyman initially aligned himself with Brock Lesnar, guiding him to early success. However, the turning point came at Survivor Series 2002 when Heyman betrayed Lesnar during his match against Big Show, costing Lesnar the WWE Championship. This betrayal set the stage for Heyman's alliance with Kurt Angle, creating a formidable duo to keep Lesnar away from the title. As Angle's manager, Heyman utilized his tactical acumen to help Angle retain the WWE Championship. On January 23, 2003, Heyman was actively involved in a segment where Brock Lesnar expressed his desire to regain the championship and seek revenge on Heyman. The two men's rivalry began on the road to WrestleMania 19, with Angle, now the WWE champion, and Lesnar winning the Royal Rumble in January 2003. On February 20th, Brock Lesnar faced Team Angle in a gauntlet. The match showcased Lesnar's dominance as he overpowered Benjamin and Haas before Kurt Angle intervened. This match set the tone for Team Angle's continuous interference in the Lesnar-Angle feud. On multiple occasions, Team Angle engaged in handicap matches against Lesnar, using their numbers to their advantage. These matches often ended with Lesnar showcasing his brute strength and determination, but not without beatdowns from Team Angle, which helped to build Lesnar's underdog status despite his physical prowess. At No Way Out 2003, Team Angle teamed up in a handicap match against Brock Lesnar and Chris Benoit. The match was intense and showcased Team Angle's excellent chemistry and teamwork. Kurt secured a victory and further frustrated Lesnar. Injuries are a part of pro wrestling, but the risk factor increases when dealing with the Beast Incarnate's freakish strength. To be fair to Lesnar, he's never intended to injure his good friend Kurt seriously. It just happened that Lesnar's execution of some moves led to Angle's neck being broken twice. The first instance happened that night. During the match, Angle had a chokehold on Lesnar, who was then supposed to run backward and ram Angle's back into the turnbuckle. This move, however, was performed incorrectly, and Angle's neck ended up sustaining severe damage. Later that year, Lesnar swung an overhead chair shot on Angle's head. It might have been a different story if Lesnar had inflicted the chair shot sideways. As it turned out, the overhead shot caused 3 vertebrae in Angle's neck to break. In the lead up to WrestleMania, Heyman's involvement was pivotal. He orchestrated various schemes to protect Angle's championship, including manipulating match stipulations and exploiting loopholes. Heyman's promos during this period were critical in building heat between Lesnar and Angle, often highlighting Lesnar's naivete and Angle's superiority under Heyman's guidance. One of the notable moments was when Lesnar faced Paul Heyman in a steel cage match on March 6th episode of SmackDown. Team Angle attempted to interfere during this bout, but Lesnar managed to fend them off and deliver an F5 to Heyman, sending Angle and his allies a message. WrestleMania 19. Finally, the big night arrived. Not only that, it delivered. Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 19 was a timeless masterpiece. Both men put on a fantastic showcase worthy of the WrestleMania main event, from the chain wrestling to the masterful throws to the passionately fought endgame. The match is legendary, not just for the wrestling, but also for its dramatic conclusion. Toward the end, Lesnar attempted a shooting star press, a high-risk move that he had performed successfully in the past. However, he miscalculated and landed on his head, nearly breaking his neck. Despite this, Lesnar managed to recover and finish the match, pinning Angle after an F5 to win the WWE Championship. Even though the match was over, their competitive juices were still in overdrive, even after the referee called for the bell. In his podcast, Bruce Pritchard recounted how both Angle and Lesnar refused to go to a medical facility after their hellacious match. Then, upon finding out that a banged-up Angle wanted to go to Vince McMahon's WrestleMania after-party, a concussed Lesnar decided that he would be going to the party too. Neither man had any business partying in the wee hours of that morning, but there was no way that Angle or Lesnar would give up any moral victory to the other. After WrestleMania, Kurt Angle underwent neck surgery, opting for a less invasive procedure that allowed him to return to action faster than expected. During Angle's absence, Lesnar continued to establish himself as a dominant champion on SmackDown, facing challengers like John Cena and Big Show. Kurt then returned June 5th of 2003, and that month he and Brock Lesnar had a segment involving the Big Show, which turned into a comedic affair. Angle and Lesnar, both trying to outdo each other, ended up in a hilarious situation where they were trying to lift the Big Show, leading to a chaotic and funny interaction. This segment highlighted the chemistry between Angle and Lesnar and their ability to incorporate humor into their rivalry. Throughout this time, the comedic skits brought a side out of Lesnar that few had seen before, largely because of his chemistry and relationship with Angle. The shift of face-heel dynamics in their rivalry also further displayed the performers' versatility as individuals and as a tandem. Stephanie, her authority allowed her to influence match stipulations and participants, heightening the drama. The backstage segment in which Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle compete in push-ups is one of the more humorous moments of their rivalry. This segment occurred on the July 3rd episode of SmackDown. Angle challenged Brock to a push-up contest. The stipulation was that the first to complete 300 push-ups would win. Lesnar started the contest, and as the show went to commercial break, he was seen struggling, but determinedly continuing his push-ups. When the show returned, Lesnar, after much effort, finally completed the 300 push-ups, adding an extra one for good measure before collapsing from exhaustion. When it was Angle's turn, he humorlessly declared that Lesnar had won and walked away, leaving Lesnar surprised and the audience amused by Angle's clever avoidance of the contest. That same episode, the two men gave us another classic funny segment when Kurt Angle spilt milk all over a woman backstage during an argument with Brock. In this segment, the two were bickering about who the woman had referred to as the champ. Angle, known for his comedic timing, took a swig of milk, and when Lesnar gave him a strong pat on the back, Kurt sprayed it all over her. The rivalry between the two had its share of funny moments. One of them was when Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar were involved in a lighthearted skit where Brock kissed Kurt. This unexpected and humorous gesture showcased a different side of Lesnar, who has always been seen as a more intense and serious guy. On July 24th, the Big Show teamed up with Benjamin and Haas to face Lesnar, Angle, and Zach Gowen in a match that showcased the chaotic nature of their rivalry. Angle reclaimed the WWE Championship from Lesnar at Vengeance in July. Lesnar and Angle clashed again at SummerSlam. It's important to note that the mystique of Brock Lesnar can be attributed to the careful way he's been presented in his two WWE stints. Throughout Lesnar's WWE career, not many superstars have claimed a victory over him in singles competition. Regarding submission wins, only two men can claim to have won a match after making Lesnar tap out. One of them is Kurt Angle, who accomplished the feat at SummerSlam 2003. Despite outside interference by Mr. McMahon, Angle was able to secure the ankle lock and get the rare submission win over Lesnar to regain the WWE title. Angle successfully defended his title against Lesnar, who had turned heel by aligning with Vince McMahon. This heel turn added more fuel to their rivalry, portraying Lesnar as a ruthless competitor willing to betray his former friend for success. The most notable moments in their rivalry was, of course, the 60-minute Iron Man match for the WWE title on the September 18, 2003 episode of SmackDown. This match is widely regarded as one of the best matches in SmackDown history. Lesnar and Angle showcased their incredible stamina and wrestling skills during the match. Lesnar took an early lead, but Angle fought back bravely. The match had high spots, near falls, and intense submissions. In the final moments, Angle had Lesnar in an ankle lock, but time expired before Lesnar could tap out, resulting in a 5-4 victory for Lesnar. This match exemplified the intense physicality and competitiveness of their rivalry. That SmackDown episode, however, was close to taking a very different turn. Tragically, Angle's sister had died the night before. Wrecked by grief, Angle took 20 Vicodin and did not wake up until 5 p.m. the next day. He hightailed it to the arena and somehow put on another excellent performance with Lesnar. Their on-screen feud concluded with that Iron Man match, with both men moving on to other storylines for the NFL in 2004, while Angle enjoyed runs with the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships. By 2007, neither Brock Lesnar nor Kurt Angle was a WWE employee. Despite this, their in-ring careers would collide again, this time in the land of the rising sun. Lesnar had taken his talents to New Japan Pro Wrestling and captured the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. The Beast Incarnate, however, allegedly ran into visa issues that prevented him from continuing his stint there. Lesnar competed for Antonio Inoki's new promotion called Inoki Genome Federation. The champion versus champion match, pitting Lesnar, the IWGP champion, against Angle, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, allowed for one final match between the two. Kurt made Brock tap to the ankle lock, taking all the gold and leaving Brock to venture off to the UFC. During a special episode of WWE's Smack Talk, Paul Heyman and Booker T shared insights about Angle and Lesnar's rivalry, highlighting their intense competition on and off the screen.
Like it's always been a competition between Brock and Kurt Angle in the ring, out of the ring, in life.
Heyman described the rivalry as a clash between two of their generation's most physically gifted and technically proficient wrestlers. He emphasized how both athletes pushed each other to their limits in the ring and behind the scenes. Heyman praised their ability to deliver high-quality matches consistently and noted that their competitive drive brought out the best in each other. Booker T added that the rivalry was unique due to the wrestlers' real-life athletic backgrounds. He recalled how Angle, with his Olympic gold medal, and Lesnar, a former NCAA wrestling champion, brought unparalleled authenticity and intensity to their matches. Booker T also highlighted the backstage stories of their competitive nature, such as their infamous impromptu wrestling match, which only fueled their on-screen rivalry further. He admired their ability to blend technical wrestling with storytelling. These perspectives from Paul Heyman and Booker T highlight their peers' respect and admiration for Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar during one of the most memorable rivalries in SmackDown history. This rivalry captivated audiences and earned the respect of their fellow wrestlers, who appreciated the high level of performance and professionalism both men brought to the ring. All told, Kurt Angle leads the series in televised one-on-one encounters. Kurt has a slim 3-2 lead over Brock in 5 matches on premium live events and TV. Their rivalry remains a highlight of early 2000s WWE, showcasing two of the best amateur wrestlers transitioning successfully to professional wrestling and delivering some of the most memorable matches ever. The rivalry was marked by their incredible in-ring abilities and capacity to entertain fans with humor. Their funny moments, segments, and promos provided a lighter side to their intense feud, showcasing their versatility as performers and leaving a lasting impression on WWE fans. These moments added an extra layer of enjoyment to their rivalry, making it one of the most memorable feuds in SmackDown history. Lesnar and Angle weren't the only two real-life friends who had an amazing on-screen rivalry. Check out this video we made on the intense rivalry between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. See you soon.